You're right. I am crazy. But you know what else? I don't give a fuck.
The root of all excellence.
So, although it's like kind of late, I did want to talk about like I'm not sure the state of the people. Like I'm not kind of understanding what's going on. A lot of crazy stuff been happening. A lot of things that I would think is different.
Right, that haven't been the same as usual, I guess you would say, or just really strange, I guess. I guess that's what you would call it. But I feel like these things have happened before, but maybe just in the state of paying attention to everything that's going on and paying attention to everything that's been happening.
Right, yeah, so I don't know like, if like everything that's been going on or just one of those things where like it only seems like it's happening more because I'm paying attention more.
Right.
Because I know we had the first thing I wanted to talk about was the whole on TikTok is a lady saying that she took her parents to court for having her without her permission.
Right.
Won the case. Parents appealed it, and now she has a problem with it.
Right. So I don't even understand how she would win the case in the first place.
Right.
Because although, yeah, you didn't have permission to have her, nobody gives permission. There's not even an option to ask permission at that point, stage in life, because you don't exist. So
Right.
I don't even understand why that's even a thing and how she would win that.
Right. So my concern is like, so we're actually allowing people to take other people to court for shit that's not even physically possible.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like,
And she won.
and right.
Right.
And there's been cases of this before. I know, I want to say maybe like in 2018, 2019, it was a guy who actually took his parents to court. I'm not sure if he won or not, but I know that he took his parents to court for the same reason.
Mm.
And I think just allowing this to happen is different.
Yeah. I don't even know how it's even gets to court to where a judge would even listen to this.
Yeah.
Let alone side with the kid.
Right.
Yeah, it's just strange.
It's different,
Yeah.
you know? Like I can understand one thing as far as like progression, right? I think that y'all need to progress. I mean, and there's things that that was happening in the past. I'm talking like historically. It maybe shouldn't be happening in this day of time. I get that, but I don't want to get to the point where physically we're taking people to court for shit that's like impossibly, you know what I'm saying? It's
right.
impossible to do.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I remember also, I don't know if it was like the morning show or Good Morning America. I don't remember the show, but a lady was on there. And I don't even know if it was an American show, to be honest. Because when you like scrolling through social media, you got kind of like clips from everywhere. So, I remember this lady was saying like, you should definitely ask permission before you change your baby's diaper. And I thought to myself, like, where the fuck are we going? Like,
Yeah. I don't know if we're going there. Because I mean, I don't know if I've ever well sometimes he'll let me change his diaper and be happy about it. But other times he fussy and don't want to be bothered.
right,
So I don't understand where the yes or no comes in because I can't talk.
right. But the fact that that is the mindset of some people is like, come on, right?
Right.
Next, you're gonna have to ask your dog permission to be a pet. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
what's next? Like I understand that we want to make sure that we're treating people right. I think the bar though has got like the bar to where like, okay, this is the standard. That's gotten out of control. Right? So now people is just kind of like making shit up.
Right.
Like, cause why in the hell would you ask a baby permission to change the diaper?
Right. Because if you don't change it, it's neglect.
Right.
So
You're neglecting your child if you
Right.
don't change it.
right.
Like, same diaper because he haven't gave me consent for 3 days. So,
He said no.
right. So, I mean, he just smell like a porta potty. Like, come on, man. Like,
And everywhere.
I'm not sure. It's kind of scary, low key.
Yeah, I don't know if it's real though.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's real.
Like, I don't know if that's actually real.
But the fact that people are saying it, right?
Right.
And this, like, this shit that don't make sense is getting, like, more and more, like, closer and closer. I'm hearing it more. You know what I mean?
More attention.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it's real though.
I'm not sure if it's real either. But the fact that you can go to court
Yeah.
and win and they have to appeal it is nuts. Like,
Right. And she's gonna get paid $5,000 a month.
right.
$5,000 a month because you as an adult don't want to adult.
Right. As an adult, though, I mean, she looked like she was an adult. Like, you know what I mean?
She's like 20s.
Late 20s.
Yeah, probably 20s.
Yeah. Like, you've been grown. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but she was probably taken care of too.
Definitely. And
Yeah. They probably were like, we don't want to take care of you anymore. So, gotta get a job.
yeah.
And she went to court.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's
People are
nuts.
crazy.
People are crazy. Right? And that's the thing that kind of scares me. I don't know if it's people been crazy.
They have.
And we're seeing it more, like, you know what I mean, through social media and different things like that. But I know it feels like it's just more people are crazy.
Maybe we're just seeing it more with social media and people being like trendy to have a mental illness or something. You know what I mean? Like,
Right. 'Cause mental illness is kind of like
it's like,
in the forefront now.
yeah. So everybody's depressed and has anxiety.
Right.
Everybody's diagnosed with that, I guess. Or ADHD, one of the three.
Right. Another thing I kind of wanted to talk about was the Brittany getting 9 years. I know we just went to the game yesterday, so I wanted to kind of talk about that. And they were like big on support. You know,
Yeah. But I mean, if you go to a different country and you break the law in that other country, I mean, we see it all the time on Locked Up Abroad. That's what they did.
Right.
You got locked up abroad. You got to be careful.
Right. And it feels like maybe because she was who she was,
Mm-hmm.
and she might have been doing this like plenty of times and kind of like got away with it, and then it seemed like because of the war and different things going on,
Maybe.
they kind of closed in on it. It was like, nah.
Maybe because of the war, but maybe it's the time that she got caught.
Right. Because I couldn't imagine like this is your first time you just actually forgot.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And was she going or coming back?
I have no idea.
Because I feel like she was like on her way back and they intercepted her. Like she was over there because, you know, she plays, I think, for Ukraine.
You play for Ukraine?
I think it's Ukraine. Let me look just in case though. Because otherwise, I mean, because you know a lot of WNBA players go overseas. That's how they make their money.
Right.
Okay, so actually she was playing for a Russian team. Or a team in the Russian, like in WNBA or whatever.
Right. So she played in Russia for Russia. Somewhere in
Right.
Russia.
And so I think she was on her way back when she got retained. Right. So, I mean, yeah, it's terrible, but I also feel like they might have did that on purpose.
I don't know if they did it on purpose.
I don't know.
I mean, maybe they just didn't look away this time.
That's what I'm saying.
Because they're annoyed of the Ukraine support, but
Right.
at the same time, you kind of set yourself up for this.
True.
Especially if you can get 9 years for it.
Yeah, 9 years is that's why I feel like
Well, I guess you can get 10 years, but they gave her 9 years.
okay, that's lenient. Wow.
Gave her a break.
Yeah. And, you know,
Yeah.
year off.
Right. I don't know. Yeah.
But yeah, you know, I know we went to the game yesterday, and I know a lot of people, especially on social media right now, is saying like, I don't care. Because she wouldn't care about me if I got 9 years over there for the same thing. And also, we have people doing years for marijuana here in America.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
And we haven't rectified that. The country hasn't rectified that. Although in America, in a lot of places in America, marijuana is like legalized.
Right. Recreation.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So, and we still haven't rectified that, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, people probably still in jail for marijuana.
Just think about that. You're doing 20 years and people just, you know.
Now people can just walk down the street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smoking and it has to be a little frustrating, exhausting, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm sure, but I feel like it's on the agenda for them to be released somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think at least in the places where it's recreational, it's on the agenda. If it hasn't already been done.
Right. Hopefully. Like I would hope that
Yeah.
that they have, you know, at least the common decency.
We'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, they should. I mean, the law changed, so now it's not against the law, but it was against the law when you did it. So I guess it's kind of like there's that transition period.
Right. At least, you know, if you got 20 years or something like that, and you've done 5, that's cool. That should be, you know, should be cool. Because, I mean,
Yeah, that's a long time for weed.
Yeah, but it depends on like in
20
like
years.
what quantity you selling it in.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
And then you allowing people to actually have businesses with the same quantity.
right. More.
Yeah, more.
Yeah,
We got whole farms and shit.
right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe.
So yeah, I just wanted to mention that it was kind of shocking to me that people was like, yo, if I was in Ukraine, if I was in Russia, you know, and I was facing 9 years, nobody would care me as a regular person.
Yeah, they wouldn't.
Nobody would care.
They wouldn't.
And I'm pretty sure, you know, in some of these other countries, maybe even in Russia, you know, we probably have Americans in there.
Mm-hmm.
And
So imagine like you in there for whatever it may be,
right.
and now she with their celebrity.
And they come get her.
Yeah, they can come get her, and switch her out, trade her out,
They finna smooth through the trade.
and nobody cares about you and what you got going on. Because as a regular person, you should have known better.
Right.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
For me, it's the same thing. Like,
Yeah.
I get it's sad and it sucks that you're in this position because you have great opportunity and skill or talent or whatever. But for me, you a regular person like anybody else. Went to a different country and broke the law. Like,
And the only reason I think a lot of people it's like showing support is because I think it looks like Russia got on some like kidnapping shit.
yeah,
You know what I mean? It
like,
feels like that.
Oh,
It feels like, oh yeah, they set it off with Ukraine, and by the way, we keeping this person.
yeah. I guess it could feel that way, but if she admitted that she did it,
Yeah.
I mean, you can't really say like, "Oh, I didn't do anything," and they decided to keep me. No, you said, "Yeah, I did it. It was a mistake. I regret it, or whatever."
Yeah.
You did it. I
Right.
mean,
Right. Sorry.
yeah. As long as you didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, celebrities are regular people to me anyway. So
Right.
you're just regular. You're a person.
Mm-hmm.
But it's very American
Yeah.
of us.
But recently, you know, I read something that said that like Russia has confirmed like they are trying to like pull a you know NFL trade with this one.
Yeah, I guess. It's got a lot of popularity.
So I guess they're gonna trade one of their prisoners, or Brittany, for a prisoner that we have here, plus a first round draft pick.
Switch it out.
It's something we need more for Brittany. So we get like a first round draft pick with that one.
Well, hopefully everything works out for her.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it sucks being in a different country.
Right. And I wanna know because right now, they're in season. Right?
Right.
Meaning like, you know, they're playing basketball like currently.
Right.
So if she was to like, you know, get released, does she like start the next day, you know, or do they give her like, you know, a kind of a grace period where, you know, maybe a month?
By that time, the season will be over.
Oh, what?
Right? By that time, the season will be
Yeah,
over.
actually, yeah, you're right.
It ain't like,
So, yeah, they kind of miss a whole season.
yeah, you missed the season.
Man.
It was on timeout.
Yeah. I don't know.
What?
I was looking to see when their season is over with.
I believe it's over tomorrow.
Is it?
Regular season, I believe.
Oh, it didn't go into the playoffs.
I think so, yeah.
Okay. But yeah, so like, right, like, so if she come home like now, do they like use in the playoffs real quick? Like, hey, listen, I know you've been over there for a while, but listen, we trying to get this chip.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna need you.
You might just have to sit down.
Maybe
The mental health sit down.
Right, something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I can imagine that it just hasn't been pleasant for her, but also it might have been sweet over there.
Maybe I did. Remember, I used to watch the prisons in different countries.
Yeah, locked up abroad or whatever.
Yeah, but it was like locked, like
the worst prisons.
There's the worst prisons, but then there was also just different prisons in different countries. Like,
right.
Some of them were a lot better than here.
Yo,
honestly,
I seen one. I think it was the one ASAP Rocky was locked up in.
Where's that? Sweden.
It was lovely. Lovely. It was like a dorm room.
Yeah, some of them were like dorms more so than like
a jail. I think what we think jail is very different from the rest of the world.
Well, I don't know about. Well,
it's some jails though that is like very different.
Yeah.
Right? Where like they don't give you shit. Like you better wash your own clothes.
Yeah.
And figure out how to make soap or some shit.
Right. Figure out how to survive.
Right.
Period. Just everybody on top of everybody. And it is what it is.
Right. But also these are sometimes like less developed countries.
Oh, sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think more so, yeah.
Yeah.
Those are those countries that are less developed.
Right. So they don't even have the funding to.
Yeah. Or the desire.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So.
But yeah, I feel like it was somewhere in Europe that was actually very nice. Very nice dorm situation.
Right.
You make your own food. You got a kitchen and everything. Like roommates, but you got your own little pod area. But then you guys all have like this all common area by yourself. I don't know. I guess it would just depend on which scenario it was, which prison she was at.
Yeah.
Really focusing on reform as opposed to punishment.
What do you mean?
Like rehabilitation, as opposed to like.
You mean like prison? Some prisons that are not in this country.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't. That's why I never understood why they call it like correctional facility when
And time out.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Right. I think some of the restrictions has everything to do with why the prisoners act the way they do, or the inmates act the way that they do, because it seemed like in Sweden, I seen the dude like playing darts and shit.
Yeah, it was nice.
And he had TV and playing darts and shit. And I just thought like he's not gonna stab nobody with the dart. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They don't even think about that. They have their own key to their cell and everything.
Right.
Yeah.
Come and go to sleep.
Right. I think if you treat people like human beings, it forces them to act like human beings.
Right.
But if you treat them like animals, then the same applies.
Even some people there were very had serious crimes.
Oh, definitely.
So with the people that had very serious crimes and were not interested in rehabilitation, they had a different area that they were in.
Right.
But they were still at the same prison, and they were still treated with respect.
Also, one of the things that I've seen is like correctional officers have to go through like 3 years of training. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because you have to know how to interact with people.
Right.
And have good conflict resolution.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Just talk to people. I mean, I think a lot of times people won't respect. So, I mean, also, people feel different things can be disrespectful, right? Everybody has their own ideas of what disrespect is, but there's some pretty common knowledge disrespectful things that you could do or that people do.
Definitely.
That get reactions and deserve reactions.
And also, I think that 3 years of training kind of take away the power trip that a normal correctional officer may have. Well, may not take it away, but it's definitely lessons, right?
Right.
You remember I think I seen like the experiment where they, yeah. So like,
The movie, The Experiment.
yeah, where they switch it, right? And although
So they like assign random people just coming in for an experiment. So you're a prisoner, you're a guard, you're a prisoner, you're a guard. And the way that the guards treated the people that were prisoners, that was the experiment to see how that went.
right, and I believe like they switched it, and it still kind of turned out the same way. So they took some of the prisoners and made them guards, and some of the guards and made them prisoners, and it still kind of like turned out the same way. Like they was just power tripping. Once you get like a level of like a certain position, you just start power tripping. And I understand it, but I guess it's the way that we are like conditioned.
I guess. I mean, I guess if you feel like you got power,
Right.
some people don't know how to treat people at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Like you forget people are people, and then some people are held higher, some people you hold lower in terms of who deserves respect. But at the end of the day, we're all people. We all deserve basic respect at the very end of the day.
Right.
If you're not a good person, that doesn't mean that you're not a person.
Right.
And it may be that you're just not a good person. You don't deserve extra, right? I don't have to be nice to you.
Right.
But I do need to be respectful.
Right. Just
That's it.
yeah.
Very basic.
Very basic. There shouldn't be no reason to want to disrespect a person for no reason.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So yeah, this is the way we conditioned. Another thing I kind of wanted to talk about is like, so earlier I stated that kind of worried about like some of the stuff I'm seeing, right? Like I ain't freaking out or nothing, but it definitely seems like things are happening more, right? And I know like people are worried about, aliens coming down, the aliens. I'm not really tripping out like that. Or the zombie apocalypse. I'm not really tripping out like that. But there are cases that's coming up where it has me wondering what's the state of the people, right? So, the lady who like did 100, was doing 100 and hit a car. She was going so fast that on impact it just blew up.
Right.
Like she wanted to kill herself.
Right.
And ended up killing 6 people. Killed
That
everybody else except her.
That part.
Killed everybody else except her.
That part. And it was a whole little family. So it was the pregnant lady. So she was pregnant, had an 11th-month-old.
Wow.
And her boyfriend.
Wow.
In the car. And they said that they were going to a prenatal appointment.
Wow.
Yeah. Can you imagine?
Wow.
Just everything that goes into like going to a prenatal appointment in the first place. But then
Everybody,
the whole family.
Because of a woman who is having like
Issues.
Relationship issues.
Yeah. But it also, I read that she had 13 accidents previously.
So she's been trying to kill herself.
She's been doing something. She should have had her
13.
license revoked or suspended or something. Shouldn't be driving.
Yeah.
And then in 2020, there was an accident that was reported where there were 2 cars totaled.
With her.
Same person. So I feel like there's signs, and it just got bigger and bigger and bigger. Is what it sounds like, just based on that.
How do you even have 13?
I don't know.
How old is she?
I don't know.
Maybe in her 30s?
Let's find out.
We could also edit this part out, by the way. Man, that's a wild cough. Grown man cough.
I like you. Mm. 37.
She's 37. And
So 37 from Texas. This happened in California.
right.
Yeah, so 37 with 13 accidents.
This is what I want to know. How many accidents do you have to have before they go, you can't drive anymore?
I don't know. And I don't know if
She was supposed to be driving?
maybe she wasn't supposed to be driving, but I don't know if the information like transferred over from Texas to California either.
Okay. Fair
Like
enough.
in switching over the licenses, or if she did even do that.
But you would think like this day and time that,
You would think,
yeah.
but maybe not.
Oh, maybe not. You're right. But 13 accidents. I know your insurance is like, you don't have any insurance.
I mean,
There's nobody covering that.
have to be. You got a Mercedes. It's probably just high.
It's hell.
Yeah. Especially just in 2022 or 2020. 2020, there was the accident with 2 cars totaled.
2020?
Yeah.
So like 2 years ago, you got into a similar wreck.
Yeah. So maybe she thought if she went faster this time.
Right.
She's very selfish.
Yeah.
It's very selfish.
And that's a different type of mental illness there. To like keep doing it.
Well, it's depression, right?
Right.
Gotta be depression.
But like, hey man, look.
It's suicidal. Didn't get help.
Yeah, I understand that. But like, yo, keep that shit to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's like kamikaze shit there.
It is. And the crazy thing is she didn't die.
So imagine, so think about this. So if you were depressed over a guy, what happens to you when you found out you killed 6 people, including a pregnant lady, a baby, a complete family? What happens then?
Right.
How does that affect you?
And you're going to be in prison for the rest of your life.
For the rest of your life.
So.
Yeah, but I think a lot of times things like this happen, you know?
It's sad.
Where like people kind of go through things.
Yeah.
But a part of me, and I don't like to think like this, but a part of me feels like I don't know what that is, right? So I give you an example, right? Let's say you was like, I'm done with you. It's over. You'll never talk to me again. And I go, I'm killing me. Right?
Right.
Is it, like, I don't know what that is. Like, I feel like, is it, do you not want to deal with reality?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, you don't want to deal with
You can't.
life.
Right. Life is.
Or the pain or the hurt or whatever
Right.
it is. So that's your way out of it.
Right. But yeah, like I mean, I can understand that anytime that, things kind of don't go as you anticipate, there is some hurt, maybe some disappointment there.
Mm-hmm.
But yo, like, hey, don't make it worse.
Made it
Please.
worse.
If you got some crazy shit on your mind, keep it to yourself. Confine that. Don't run into 2 cars killing other people because you got some shit on your mind.
And thought you was going to die.
Right.
Didn't think about nobody else and what was going to happen to them.
Right. Just you on some other kamikaze shit.
Right.
And you murder the whole family. Like, whoa.
Yeah.
I don't even think, like, honestly, if we're being fair, right, and I believe in due process, but also I believe, come on, like, she kills a whole family.
Right.
Stand her up against the wall and get rid of her. You know what I mean? Like, and I understand that, in the moment that she's actually doing this, is the mental illness thing is like, but how long do we allow? Like, said 13 accidents. She's been trying to kill herself. I feel like, at least, or other people.
Maybe. She just, I don't know.
Or other people,
Just shouldn't be driving.
Yeah, I mean.
One of the 3.
And you a nurse?
Yeah. She's a nurse. She was a nurse.
Like, we gotta start vetting these people, man.
I don't know how you vet that, though. Honestly.
We gotta figure it out.
I don't know how you vet that, really.
What, depression and suicidal ideation?
Well, in terms of profession,
I think there's signs that we ignore.
not always.
Yo, she had 13 accidents.
Yeah, she got in 13
Come on,
accidents.
man. Like,
definitely shouldn't have been driving.
Not only not driving, but what the fuck is going on that you got in 13 accidents?
Mm-hmm. And I'm sure that'll come out. I'm sure as they go through the evidence. Maybe it'll be on court TV.
Maybe
it'll be one of those.
One of those things where we get a chance
to watch.
The media is inside the court. I'm pretty sure.
Probably. I feel like it would be big enough.
But yeah, like because like I wouldn't want like a person dealing with these type of things, like working with my loved one.
But I don't even know that you could. I don't even know that you could do that. You can't do that.
What you mean?
You can't be like, oh, I don't want nobody dealing with depression or dealing with mental illness working with my loved one.
No, not just mental illness, right? But if you have like a suicidal ideation, like you've been wanting to kill yourself, right? Then I don't want you. You shouldn't be allowed to work in the hospital without proper treatment. You should be. I mean, like, obviously. Because it's a mental thing. So even if you was to put that out there, to be people who's actually thinking about suicide that will lie and play up to it. But
not only that, it's a lot of people that have suicide ideations that they just have it. It's just one of the thoughts that come into their head and they think about it and it just is what it is.
Wow.
They still are able to function, move on with their life, but they could have ideations every day. And it just is, they learn how to deal and move forward with life.
Right. But when you have a person that's like
attempting.
Yeah, like
it's something different.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's something different if they're attempting and actually trying to.
Right. And I wonder what was the outcome of the 2020 Did anybody get hurt?
Oh, I don't know. It just said 2 cars were totaled.
Right. Okay. So maybe nobody got really injured. Just totaled 2 cars and
Sad.
oh my God, it's so sad.
You think about it, like, you really have to trust that other people are going to drive properly when you're driving.
No, definitely.
Like, you're really counting on these other people having it together to be
Yeah,
driving.
like driving is more defensive than anything.
Right. But even, I mean, I don't know how you defend yourself with that one.
Yo,
I don't even know.
it was just
Because not like it was like, okay, I'm running the light.
right.
But car's been moving.
Right. I'm gonna just plow through this shit.
Yeah. It was terrible.
Yeah. But also, so that was one of the incidents where I was like, yo, what is going on? But that might be a different incident, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because obviously she may have been dealing with this for a long time.
Maybe.
A long time, right? And just never really got the proper help or treatment.
I just needed to get back into treatment.
Right. Maybe she was off her meds or something. I don't know.
Maybe.
But also in New York, right? The kid that got killed over the cold fries. Right? So, allegedly, like the mom was arguing with the guy about the fries, like, yo, they give me some piping hot fries. They got into an altercation and the son up there shoots the guy in the head, kills him. Over some fries.
French fries.
Now, I'm pretty sure like the mom would get wrapped up in this.
Yeah,
As
she
the,
has to.
you know what I mean? As they investigate and find out, like, oh, so you called him up here. Yeah, you're definitely going to get wrapped up in it.
Right.
But not only do I feel like she knows like what her child is up to, but she also like, you know, condone it, like support it almost.
Well, yeah, for you to call him over there for some fries. For one, if my mom calls me about cold fries,
Yeah. But I don't even think it was about the cold fries anymore because the
Right.
altercation happened, right?
Because they were arguing.
Right.
But logically, like, just go home.
Yeah, like what are we doing?
What are you calling me about? But I guess if you feel, again, disrespected.
Right. And I think that was the thing because in order to have an argument, like I'm thinking like in order for them to go back and forth, that means that you at work going back and forth with a customer.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And you should have just threw the fries in the fryer.
Hey, reheated these mugs and
I just gave it a fresh batch of fries.
Yeah.
People really be thinking like they be at work and it's they stuff.
Yeah, but also you know, kind of previously working in the food industry, you get tired of people bitching about shit that either you can't control or they made up.
Right, but you can control that. That's something that's an easy fix. Like just remake the fries with some heat to it, fresh out the fryer. So hot that I don't even want to touch it. And that's the easy fix.
But you know, and then you got people that fish, right? They like want some free shit for no reason. And it's like, yo,
True.
you don't understand. Like, I have to deal with this many customers a day. I don't feel like it all the time. And I can kind of get it from the employee standpoint where like you can kind of get into an argument per se. Mind you, all of this is alleged. You know what I mean? We don't
Right.
know if like he got into an argument with a
Like what the details are, what
Right.
was said.
right.
But still, like,
Yeah, fries is not enough to die over.
now you dead because of your job at McDonald's.
Yeah, so I just think that yeah, fries is not enough to die over, and also fries is not enough to kill over.
Fries is not enough to argue over.
Right.
If we're being honest. Like, oh, yo, fries is cold. Okay, let me make you some more.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, depending on how they say it, it may be, again, disrespectful, rude,
Right.
which a lot of people don't have respect for people.
At all.
And I can understand how you could be offended.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, I gotta pick where my energy goes, honestly.
Right.
The amount of energy and effort that it takes to argue with you about these.
And that's kind of how I felt when the whole Denny's thing happened to me. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like, man, I don't have time to sit up here and bitch and complain about something that you're not even interested in actually solving. So listen, you got me. It's cool. I'm never coming back here. This is what it
I
is.
want to explain what the Denny's thing is.
So, I ordered breakfast? Was it breakfast? Online. Went to go pick it up, and the young lady was like, "Your food already got picked up." Wait a minute. It wasn't like DoorDash or nothing. It was, I'm coming to pick it up. I ordered online. It wasn't a delivery. It was a pickup, right? So she shows me the receipt. Take a picture of the receipt. I'm like, yeah, it doesn't really make sense that somebody would come pick it up. Not to mention, she said they come and pick it up at like the time I ordered it. You know what I mean? So I knew, like, I'm like, oh, what's going on? Mind you, she's looking nervous. And I don't understand why she's looking nervous, but I can understand that sometimes you might get nervous if it's an issue and, you kind of like in that space where like somebody saying it's an issue and you don't really know what's going on. I can understand that, but she looked way too nervous. So we didn't offer to remake it for me. None of that.
Right.
I actually went back and was like, yeah, like another lady, I was talking to another lady this time, and I was telling her like pretty much the same, what happened. Right. And she was like, give me the order number and things like that. They looked it up. Like, okay, we're going to have like the manager. The whole time that I'm talking to her, the first lady who told me that somebody came to pick it up is like peeping the scene, looking crazy in the back. And I keep looking over there just to like scare a little more. Right. Just like kind of staring over there every once in a while, just to like let her know that I see you like peeping the scene and you look suspicious. So I think, I think she gave it away. Well, you ate my shit. I don't know.
Oh, no.
But yeah, it's not enough. So the manager never called. I actually called the manager, left several voicemails, nothing, right? It's not enough for me to like be tripping over, right? Not finna trip over this little money. I'm not finna trip over this little breakfast. Y'all can have that shit. I ain't never coming back here, right? It's trash anyway. So, I mean, sometimes you just gotta take an L and be able to go, okay, I learned the lesson. Let's move differently now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
rather than to go back and forth over fries. But I just feel like, any person that would call a son up there because you arguing with another employee over fries,
Right.
right? Let's just think about this. What do you expect the McDonald's person to do? Maybe give you more fries?
Right.
But maybe he felt like you fishing. Maybe he did give her fries. All of this is alleged, by the way.
Right.
You know what I mean? But to call your son up there in order to, I'm gonna call my son to handle this, and then he ends up dead. It's like, yo,
Right.
I'm not sure what type of person you was in the first place,
Right.
because you had to know your son would do some shit like this,
Right.
right? And then when they looked into his background, I think he had like a bunch of arrests and all that. But you had to know he was finna do some shit like this,
To call him.
right? For him to do some shit like this,
Right.
he had to feel comfortable enough.
In public.
Right. In
At
front of your mama.
McDonald's, yeah.
Your mama called you up in front of your mama.
Right.
You want to smoke a motherfucker in front of your OG. So, yeah, just like what y'all do.
Now his life is ruined.
Her life is ruined. They ruined the young man's life. Like, they ruined the family. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody's life ruined.
Yeah. Over fries.
Over some fries.
This is the reason why I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on out here?
Right.
If anything, like, the mom should have had, like, sense enough to, like, it's not worth it. Somebody has to be the adult in this situation.
Somebody.
Yo.
Somebody.
That's what I'm saying. So when you have no adult, I'm going, yo, what is going on in the world?
Yeah.
What is going on?
I feel
Somebody
like
has to be.
There's so many adult
Right.
possibilities.
Right.
The manager.
Another
employee.
Right.
A mom.
Right.
I
So
don't know how old this kid is, but.
yeah, I'm not sure, but.
Or the actual employee that's arguing.
Right.
It's just sad that, I mean.
And this is the reason why I'm going, yo, what is going on in the world? Are we turning into zombies? Is this like what it's supposed to look like? Instead of like, like the movie zombies. Is this what it looks like? Right? It was another story about it was the lady who stabbed her 5-year-old daughter. Allegedly, right? I mean, I believe like it's getting investigated like as we speak. But
I think stuff like that happens and we just don't hear about it as much, right? Because I think we just don't hear about it as much because we heard about, you saw that whole documentary about the little boy, forget his name, on Netflix. During COVID, it was popular. CPS was involved a lot.
You mean the little Mexican kid out in California?
Yeah. He got killed by his mom
Right.
and her boyfriend. But
Right.
I just don't see how you can do it. I don't.
Right.
Like, what could you do at that age? Honestly, what could you do at that age where you deserved
To be stabbed?
Yeah. I don't know.
And also, like, because I'm looking at it from maybe they had a mental illness. The parent.
Right.
It could have been, the mental illness can be heightened by drugs.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you just kind of like flipped out, right? I mean, obviously, like I'm not sure all the details in the story, but I know they took the mom. They arrested the mom, right?
Right.
I don't know if they charged her with, or they're gonna charge her with. You know what I mean?
Right.
But it was one of those situations where, like, if anything, it's neglect. You know what I'm saying? So let's put you in these handcuffs until we can figure out what's going on.
Like what really happened?
Right.
Is that the one in Cleveland?
I don't know if it's Cleveland. I know it's a part of Ohio.
Okay. So that one, there's one in that happened. It was in February. So 2 counts of aggravated murder, 3 counts of murder, 2 counts of felonious assault, and 1 count of endangering children were the charges that she ended up getting arraigned on.
The same young lady.
If it's the same person.
I sent it to you, right?
You sent me a video, but you
No.
told me not to look at it.
No, I sent you 2 things.
Yeah. This is the lady.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Bedford Heights, Ohio.
Right.
Yeah. So this happened in February.
Okay. So it happened all the way back in February.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And so the dad called the police because she admitted that she killed the baby.
Okay. Yeah, so like I don't know what that is. To be able to like stab your kid, call your dad and be like, I killed him.
Yeah, I don't know.
Also, speaking of the video I sent you, so apparently a guy like murdered his kids on live. Like live streaming.
Really?
And kind of like before he did it, kind of like, like on the Facebook Live, just kind of pretty much lightly touched on everything that was going on and his plans. And then killed everybody in the car, including himself.
On live.
I think it was on live that he killed everybody. And it was over a relationship kind of thing, right? He was with the young lady they have kids that's like 5, 6, you know what I mean? So he was with the young lady for like years, and I guess she cheated on him and he found out, and so I guess he was pulled over in a random neighborhood, hopped on live and kind of went over everything and how he felt and what was going on and what his plans were. Killed everybody in the car, including himself, and that was it.
Everybody in the car was his kid.
All the people in his car was his kids. So just think, like, as a mom, you lost your whole family, right? And no matter what you did, nothing warrants that.
No.
You know what I mean?
Nothing warrants him killing them babies.
Right. And I do feel like it's signs and it's warnings that people are like this. You just not out the blue kill everybody in the car.
Yeah, it's got to be something, especially for it to be your kids that you're killing
Right. That's what I'm saying.
in the
Your
car.
kids, not
Right.
nobody else.
Not just random
Right.
people or your kids.
Your babies.
Right.
I don't think it was nobody in the car like above 6.
Mm. Mm-mm.
And I want to say 4 people. They found 4 people. It stated that they found 4 people in the car dead.
Mm.
So like,
That's heartbreaking.
heartbreaking. But it also concerns me, like, yo, where are we headed? Like, what direction are we headed? And don't get me wrong, I think it's been plenty of things that happened like this before, right? And maybe I'm just seeing it more.
Right.
But it's definitely
Social media.
Starting to feel like it's happening more.
I think maybe we're just seeing it more. People, like, who goes on live to do that?
That's what I'm saying.
Like, think about all the people that got secondary trauma from just watching that. I can't watch stuff like that, but
That's what I'm saying.
think about the people that didn't know and just in there watching it.
Right.
It's terrible.
Also,
It's terrible all the way around.
you know, and that those are like the extreme cases. You still have like the case where old girl and them tore up their restaurant over like $1.25, like some sauce.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, they tore up a restaurant over some sauce, man. Like,
You're just out of control.
that's what I'm saying. Like, where are we headed? Like, what's going on to where people are like really acting this way? You know what I mean?
It make me want. Maybe people just don't realize, like, or care about consequences. Either you're not getting consequences, or you don't care about the consequences that this relates to. Because everywhere has cameras nowadays.
Right.
Whether it's somebody's cell phone, it's the Ring cameras, the restaurant cameras.
Yeah, you ain't getting away with shit.
Yeah, everybody got cameras these days, so you won't figure out who you are. So
not only like that, but like for the females who tore up the restaurant over some sauce, you look crazy out here.
not only that, but is it worth it?
It's definitely not worth it.
Over some sauce?
Yeah.
$1.25 worth of sauce?
I mean, allegedly. I mean, you know, you never know. Sometimes information can get.
Yeah, telephone.
Yeah.
But it's, I don't know. I guess if you look at the bigger picture, in the moment, you're emotional, whatever. I don't know. I guess you just got to think before you act. And a lot of people don't do that. And I don't understand where that disconnect happened, that you're not thinking about your actions before your actions. Before you do something, you're not even thinking about the consequences. It's not even like a thought.
Right.
It doesn't make any sense.
How do $1.25 get you emotional?
Disrespect.
$1.25 get you emotional.
Disrespect, just like the cold fries.
Yeah, but
being disrespectful.
Yeah, but at some point, yo, come on. I'm hoping that I'm either like moving towards the direction of doing better than $1.25, right? To the point where it doesn't affect me.
Well, I would hope.
If a fucking McDonald's employee can make me feel disrespected,
Yeah.
there's something going on internally.
Maybe you had a bad day.
Maybe so.
Maybe you was already in a bad mood and you just wanted these fries to make you feel better. And
that's it. And let's do get the tripping.
Yeah, and I just asked you to redo these fries.
And you start tripping.
Yeah, or you had your mouth really ready for this sauce and they didn't give you enough. So I want more. And now you trying to charge me.
And I'm finna turn up and tear up your damn spot.
I'm gonna tear up the spot because you want to charge me for this.
I don't know. I just feel like it might be less stressful to just walk away or try to resolve it in other ways. I feel like sometimes we don't have good conflict resolution,
Definitely.
and it can the outcome because of that can be extreme.
Yeah. Especially if you're already having a bad day.
Right.
You don't know how to act. Or you don't know how to act.
Yeah. I mean, you know,
And some people
there's
don't
some
know
people
how to
that's just
act.
like okay with dumb shit.
Yeah. It's no training. No home training.
Yeah.
So you don't know how to act in the world. And that's a lot of people too.
A lot of people wasn't raised properly.
Right. But then if you say that, it's offensive.
Yeah.
Right?
That's another thing I wanted to talk about.
Mm.
I'm glad that was a good like segue. I feel like we're in the age of like people are looking to be offended.
Mm-hmm. Everybody want to be, well, I don't know if they want to be, but everybody's offended over everything. Everything is offensive.
Like you can't even have a conversation with anybody because you may say something offensive.
Right. And I think, I mean, it's getting to the point where I have to wonder, do I care? Do I care? Like, granted, I don't want to offend anybody, and I'm not going to say anything that's offensive on purpose.
Right.
But if this is my opinion and this is what I think, and I'm asked this, or this is a statement that I'm making and it's not to disrespect or offend, it's just a statement. But every single, like with the Beyonce lyric,
Right. Come on.
I mean,
Yo, rappers been saying spaz for I don't know how long.
yeah, I don't. And then apparently it was a thing with Lizzo too, which I didn't even hear about. I had
Right.
no idea that it was even a thing.
It happened like months earlier.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Right? So people are like looking to be offended.
I'm offended about everything.
Everything.
What if I'm offended that you're offended? Does that matter?
I don't know. But that's a good like, you know what I mean? I'm
that
offended that you're offended.
Does that
now
count?
who offends matter more.
Right. I'm offended that I can't say what I want to say.
All right.
And it be not taken offense.
It's like, oh, did you say a spaz?
Mm-hmm.
I'm offended. I'm offended that you want me to take it out of my song.
Right.
So
I don't know. Everybody's offended about something.
you're right in this.
It's getting out of control.
Right. So when you add all of these things up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's recap. You have a lady who took her parents to court for lack of permission of having her,
Mm-hmm.
which is not even fucking possible.
She doesn't, because they don't want to take care of her anymore.
Right.
As an adult.
Right, as an adult, which is like another thing, that like the reason why is like completely another thing. But it's not even possible
Right.
to ask you permission to have you.
Right.
Right?
You don't exist.
Unless it's a time machine we don't fucking know about.
I don't know. We gotta find it.
So, we have that.
Uh-huh.
Then we have the lady who wants you to ask permission to your child, the baby, before you change the diaper, because that's the proper way. You want to get consent,
Right.
right? Which is not even fucking possible.
Right. Doesn't make sense.
Then we have motherfuckers literally killing each other
Over little stuff.
over shit that do not matter.
Yeah.
Right? Now I'm not, because it's like, who am I to say what matters and what doesn't matter, right? That's how I feel, but at the same time, come on, it's fries. This is not the first time you had these McDonald's fries. And by the way, I don't even think them shits is potatoes.
Probably not.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, probably not.
So,
genetically modified.
Right.
Potatoes.
There's some shit, somebody in the lab making shit, and you ain't giving it credit.
It's like the flakes. It's like the potato flakes.
Yeah,
Mashed
some.
potatoes.
So, you got people killing each other over shit that don't matter. You got people killing because they hurt. Because, like, to stab your 5-year-old daughter or to kill your kids in the car, it's like, come on.
Mm-hmm.
You have the lady who, because nobody loves her or got into it with her boyfriend, murdered 6 people and took out a whole family.
Yeah.
Right? This shit is starting to look like, yo, the Thriller. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't even know if it's Thriller, honestly.
this shit is starting to look dark, is what I mean.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Just popped in my head, Michael Jackson walking.
you break out into choreographed dance. No, this was, but, yeah, like, it's starting to look like super dark. Like, what is going on out here?
Yeah, it is dark.
You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not perfect, but I'm damn sure ain't killing nobody over no fries.
Or a relationship.
Or a relationship.
I'm sorry.
Or tearing up a motherfucking restaurant over some sauce. $1.25 worth of sauce.
But I think, I don't know. Because sometimes people just, everything is so catastrophic. Every event is catastrophic.
Right.
Then you just make it bigger than what it really is. In the grand scheme of things, I can't care about everything. I can't. Like, it's mentally impossible for me
Right.
to care about everything. I just got to pick where my energy goes. I got to pick. I mean, this is why I don't watch the news. It's so depressing.
That shit is depressing.
Depressing.
So think about this, right?
You need a cat story or something.
On real, like the cat firefighters got a cat out of a tree every once in a while. You know what I'm saying? Somebody adopted a dog from the pound or some shit. Something, because this shit is depressing.
It really is.
And that be like regular shit. And it's depressing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Every
to kill
day.
all you motherfucking kids.
Yeah.
That's on another level.
It is. It really is. Just the thought of it.
Right.
Just the thought of it.
So, we have come to the part where we don't know how to wrap this thing up. So, what we gonna do is just say, we'll holler at y'all next time, all right? Thank everybody for listening.
I need a more positive note.
On the end?
Yeah.
We got to start ending like Jerry Springer.
This is negative. This is like, it's heavy stuff we just talked about.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, what would you...
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
I need a cat story.
No. We got to start ending like Jerry Springer.
How Jerry end?
Jerry end with like a fucking like positive going out speech.
Yeah.
You remember like how he had his back against the thing? Yeah.
I remember now.
Yeah, we got to start doing that. But until the end, what would you like to say?
I don't know. Like, I really hope everybody just takes care of themselves. Get the help if you need the help. There's no shame in getting the help.
No shame.
They got that new text line. What is it? 988.
988.
988. You can text, chat, and all that stuff. Just get the help if you need the help.
Yeah.
Because this is sad and it's not worth it.
Nah.
I promise it's not worth it, and it'll get better.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you just let time go on.
Yeah. And just reach out. You know what I mean?
It gets better. It gets easier. Thanks for listening.
Thank you. We out.
The root of all excellence